Welcome back. This is Lone Wolf when we're playing Vintage Story on version 1.19.7. And this is actually my second effort at recording this episode. Things went horribly wrong on my first attempt. I am not the kind of person that does whatever Microsoft wants me to do. I have updates turned off pretty much to the fullest extent humanly possible. And yet, 2 days ago, Microsoft did an update on my machine with, again, I have everything turned off as much as humanly possible to prevent them from updating. And I will take care of all of that stuff on my own, when I want, as I want, and not according to Microsoft's schedule. I in no way, shape, or form agree with their schedule. I don't do that as much on one of my laptops. I kind of let them do their thing, and I don't like it. Anyways, so Microsoft had done an update on my desktop, which is what I play on and what I'm recording on. Well, as a result of that update that happened, they screwed up everything having to do with my microphone. And in fact had selected a microphone that doesn't even exist, called Microsoft Live Microphone. I don't know what it is. I don't care what it is. I do know that it doesn't exist on my computer. So whatever it was doing, I recorded an hour worth of episode without one moment of my voice being recorded. I realized it, and then I got the recording, the microphone recording, but it was just a total disaster. And so I've had to work hard to try to get back to where I was when I was. Days have gone by. If you were to study the calendar, you would see that, oh, hey, Wolf, this, we've missed some days here. It's all true. So, I'm back where I'm supposed to be. Nothing has changed except that time has taken place, which is why this part of the leather processing has completed. It's done sooner than it should have been. I should have played a couple more days before that was done, which has taken place, but not while we were recording it. I also put glass in the walls. I think that had not happened in the previous episode, but whether it did or didn't, I put a glass in here and it's nice. So this is as good as I can do. Some parts of what have happened are missing, and that's just how it's going to be. Wasn't by choice. It is by Microsoft having their way on my computer without my permission for them to have their way on my computer. So I did find 2 more things for me to shut off that didn't even exist when I shut everything off to prevent it from being able to update. Alright, so that brings us to now. So here we are. We're playing. The whole point of marching eastward like I did was to find lime so that I could make leather, so that I can upgrade these, and so I can have leather armor. Even though the gambeson is better, I'm going to be wearing leather as soon as possible. So that means that we have 4.5 days before this is done. And so, pardon me, that means that I need to hang around this area till July 6th, sometime afternoon on July 6th, because that's the soonest that this leather will be done. I think I might have some more hides that I could start processing. Yeah. I may as well since I'm here. I don't know if we'll stick around for them to finish or not. And well, I should probably wait till I have more. Putting the leather in here right now will not help me get the leather done quicker if I put it in now. The only thing that it'll do is it'll make it so that I have less than full loads of leather. So now let's put it back where it was, and I can put it in right now. Right now it seems to be keeping fairly well in my quote-unquote cellar. So, alright, so I think where I want to go is the direction that I believe to be south. Actually, I see some grain up here. Let's go see what this grain is. Always in need of more flax. Not that I need it at the moment, but flax is something that absolutely will need for the rest of the time that I play on this world. The rest of the time that I play Vintage Story, I will need flax. I will need flax forever. So, when we see flax, we harvest flax. Alright, so we got a little spelt as well. We'll go put that stuff... Well, we'll get rid of the seeds. And I'll eat the flax grain. And I'll put the spelt grain in the cellar. And, so this is the most recent meat that I've cooked. Not the most recent, that's the oldest meat that I've cooked, so that's the one stuff we want to eat first. We've got a good amount of bread, although its shelf life is diminished. We don't have any berries, and I should go ahead and put away the flax fibers while I'm here, because I have no need to carry them around. I need to ensure that I have my travel chest on me. Or I should say trunk, because that's a trunk. Ah. Now I get to breathe because we're actually started playing. So yeah, what happened, I'm not happy about, but there's nothing I can do about it. I've just done everything I can to try to put things right so that we can have this episode the way that it should be. Didn't want to start after I'd done all that playing. I wanted to start where we ended the previous episode, so I've done my best to achieve that. I have no reason to go south specifically, which, again, that's what I think I'm doing. Other than I think this is a direction we haven't gone yet. These pillars, pylons as I've called them, that I've put out, have been really great to have. Okay, try this again. It's helped me to be able to adventure out and still be able to get back to where all of my belongings are. So we will continue to make those, because I have no desire to lose all of my hard work. And by that I mean I need to be able to get back to where everything is in that temporary base, which means I need to be able to go out and return and find all my stuff and do whatever I'm going to do with them. That looks pretty tall for where we're at. That looks like that can be seen for quite a while, quite a distance. And home is that way, so we'll put those two there, giving me a direction. No, that's exactly opposite. Exactly opposite. Home is not that way. Home is this way. Therefore, those should be pointing that direction. Okay. it'd really be helpful if the things that direct me back to home actually direct me in the correct direction instead of the opposite. One thing that everybody should be really clear on by now, if you've been watching my episodes, is that I make lots of mistakes. I try to minimize them. I try to reduce how much damage my mistakes do to me, but yeah, I make lots of mistakes. Wouldn't mind it if this tree wasn't here, because that is obscuring my view of that pylon pretty good. I'm not really looking for the logs. I am just trying to make it much easier to see that. I think maybe I want to take this tree down as well. All I'm looking for is visibility of the pylon. Well, maybe that wasn't the tree I was wanting to take down. This one right here. And I'm not so concerned about being able to see it as I come this way as much as what I see when I come back this way. So that works for me. Oh, we're picking up all kinds of things. Okay. So again, going along with I need to be able to see my pylons. Just want to make life easy to see as I approach where that is. So having some trees not in the way makes it easy for me to see it, even as I get close to it. Or if I leave the trees in front, then how do you see it? Okay, so these trees, I probably don't care so much about, but I will be happy to plant those tree seeds. We've got these trees here, but there's not all big bushy. I have plenty of opportunity to see those two pylons even. I didn't realize how well I could see the first one. Alright, so yeah, I have been out this way a little bit. I think what you're seeing is pylons from when I had recorded that hour, because this was the direction that I was going to come anyways, so I can't go and undo it because I didn't have a save prior to my recording the episode that I've basically just thrown away. So this is the best I can do. Otherwise we would have picked up, kind of where I left off recording, and there'd just be a huge gap. Thought this was a better choice because now there's not a huge gap, but yeah, I've kind of been some places that you haven't seen me come to, but I've been here because of the recording that just got thrown away. See, you've got seeds there, or something that I picked up. And we're not coming out this way because I've seen something great out here. If anything, if I was smart, I probably wouldn't come this way because there's bears out here. You know what? I think... Okay, wait a minute. So I've got that one there. I think I want to put a little bit of a tiller here. Oh, come on, Wolf. You can do better. And if you can't, well, that's all right. We'll get there anyways. Well, this doesn't have to be gigantic tall. I just want a little bit of a signal between the one further. The direction I think is south. The one that is more northern. So it is 6 a.m. So clearly I'm going east, not south. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So in this case, we'll do this. What I just cannot afford to not get back to all the things that I've worked this entire playthrough. So I am being stupidly overcautious, stupidly overbuilding all these pylons because I just have to be able to get back to where we were. I mean, the whole reason for me coming out here was to get lime so I could make leather. And losing that, all that effort, that would be so much beyond just simple stupidity that I just can't let that happen. So I'm being overly cautious. And I'm not specifically trying to retrace the steps that I did in the episode that we kind of thrown away, but I'm basically going the same direction, basically doing the same thing. Okay. Yeah, I like that one that kind of ties in, whatever. Clearly I have one out there, so I went even further south, or east, I mean. And I specifically don't want to necessarily retrace the steps I went because I've probably already gathered resources from those areas that I've already been. Time requires you to consume those resources, does it not? Yes, it does. But not going the exact same path is good. I get a chance to have more food and or linen or whatever it might be. So once I hit leather, once I get my leather, you know, what are the other goals that I could have in this Let's Play other than just surviving, right? So goals that I could have are what we've already talked about 15 times, is about whether I can get steel or not. I'm still not convinced that steel is a possibility for me, but boy, if I can do it, darn right I'll do it. It makes iron, well, look half as good as steel because, well, iron is less than half as good as steel. So if you want to stretch your resources, that step between iron and steel is a step well worth taking. No, come on. Push the correct key, Wolf, and you'll be more happy. It seems to be that way. Happiness seems to be connected to me pushing the key that I actually intend to be pushing. What a concept. I should move stuff into the trunk. There's no reason I need to carry this stuff on my person. But I should grab more dirt. And it looks like I should grab more dirt. More packed dirt. Probably grab the onions that are just sitting here in front of me. And then let's grab some dirt. Collecting dirt, collecting dirt. What can I say? Not much to say when I'm collecting dirt. Oh, sorry. Wow. Wolf, don't do that. The silence is an improvement over that. Well, you know, I kind of feel pressured to be talking, even when I don't necessarily have anything that I'm thinking of to say. Alright, so let's get this out. Put that down. Move. I have a hard time with flax fibers. They should probably just stay on my person. Otherwise, I just keep taking the chest off to get them. But I don't actually want them on my person. That is, I'd rather have the, you know, the empty slot, but it really does make more sense if I keep them on my person versus putting them in the chest. But that doesn't mean I'm always smart. Good grief. I am most assuredly not always smart. Sometimes I barely qualify as stupid. I actually do mean that. I do some real dumb things, and I know it. I try really hard. I play as good as I can. I try to make this as entertaining as I can without me being killed all the time. I know that's very entertaining to some people. And I might even understand why, but I'm going to just keep saying no thank you to the death part of entertaining you. Not interested in doing it. So I'm going to keep trying as hard as I can to not die. And then it'll make it all the more entertaining when I do? I don't know. I have no idea, but yeah. Hello, puppy. So we said July 6th, somewhere afternoon when that leather would be finished being processed. So we've got days we could come out here and play. I have no idea what I need the sticks for, but in the normal play, I always need sticks. So why not now? I mean, I need a full stack, and I've got more than a full stack, so I should probably stop collecting them. So we're clearly in hyena country again. Boy, I don't know. That qualified as a you hurt yourself, but yes it did. So I know there's a pylon not very far that way. Oh, speaking of hyenas, thank you for not making me kill you yet. Oh, another trader. I think I kind of have to eat the bread more often than I probably want to right now because it's just going to go bad on me. Glass trader. There's no reason in this world for me to even have a conversation with a glass trader. As far as I know he's got nothing I want to buy. Yeah. And anything he would want to buy. Well, I mean, I'd be happy to sell him fire clay, but we've got gears, man. Getting gears has not been one of our challenges. The only thing I usually spend my gears on in a normal playthrough, if I want dairy and I don't have my ranch, that would be one thing I would spend my gears to buy is cheese from a agricultural trader. But otherwise, the only thing I would want to spend my money on would be for chandeliers, to be honest. I can't make them. Hard to find. They can be found in ruins, but you know, that's the exception, definitely not the rule. Okay, so there must be something I liked down there. But as far as, you know, pillar for seeing it far away, no, that's not. I might have just run out of dirt too, right? But I'd rather put my pillars up on hills. I cannot do anything with all that wood, so I'm going to try to not pick it up. I've got plenty of wood back at base already. I can't use it, so here we're going to waste it. But I want to clear this area so that a pillar can be seen. That's all I'm doing right here. I'm just clearing line of sight for pillar visibility. I don't know how good I'm doing at it, but that's what I'm trying to do. And that one there's in the way, but mostly what I'm trying to do is make it so that I can see the pillars heading back towards base. Not so much for coming from base, right? Alright, good. We can see that pillar perfect. And yeah, I want to see these for long distances. That's why I go so high. There must be some kind of goat, I think. Oh, that's just a normal gazelle. I couldn't tell what that was. Alright, so we have the arrow pointing that way. Good. And if I came up to here, I really like that I can see the next pillar in line. I really like that. I think it would be nice as if I would think it would be really nice if I came up to where a pillar had been placed, that I could see where the next one in line is. I think that would be excellent. I don't know if I'm going to achieve that goal, but I think that's an awesome goal. So what is it I liked about this spot here? Well, I don't care right now. I'm going to go grab flax because I see it. The reason I don't save the flax grain and go make bread out of it is because it's useless as a grain and it's useless as a bread. Although of course it's far more valuable as a bread than just the individual grains, but the caves. But I'm literally interested in nothing in the caves. Because I have all that. Well, I actually jumped right as I was landing. I think is why I didn't take any damage from falling that far, but oops. I kind of saw a hyena right at the same time that I saw the hole. And the hole won this time. What can I say? Now then, I'm just wandering. Hello, pup. Peanuts. Lone Wolf loves peanuts. And especially loves growing them in his farms, but we know what that means in this. The rules that I've made for this play. No farms, so. But I still love me the peanuts. They last a long time. They give me the protein I'm looking for. I don't have to cook them. I don't have to do anything. Pick it and eat it, right? That's it. So hot in this world right now. 120. It's over 125 degrees right now where I'm standing. Let's just top that off. And we'll continue. That's what I love the bestest, is the rice. The mostest, bestest. And of course, a big ruin, which I will pay some small attention to, but not a whole lot. Okay, so there's my big pylon there. I really don't know what that little pillar there was telling me. I probably found some copper there. Who knows? That would be, to me, a pillar that size would mean, hey, there's something here. I like dig below to find what it was. That's what it means to me. And I am quite certain that I have not come this far before. We have exceeded my eastward travels at this point. And I am looking for the location for my next pillar. Sure spelt. Cool. It is so weird to just be throwing seeds away. Oh my gosh, that is just weird. Well, it's even weirder when you do it multiple times with the same stupid seed. Alright, so you got a good view of this. And I just got a good view of this. Is that mature spelt right there? Whatever it is, let's grab it. Sometimes the hardest thing for me to get nutrition-wise is the grain. And then other times, it's the easiest thing for me to get. And it's that way with the vegetables too. And then fruit, you know, well, hit and miss with the fruit, right? Oh, I love you, cornflowers. So we're just wandering. This is really thick. This is not where I want to be wandering, not when it's this thick. You can't see anything around you. So the only way you find anything is if you happen to come upon it. Which means food or animals that want to kill you or anything. It's not a good thing. You need visibility. You're going to start telling us how many hours you have left here pretty soon. And so I've decided that actually I want to not be eating my flax grains right now. I'm going to go ahead and collect them because the grains that I eat need to be the bread that I've made. Because it's going to go turn to rot on me. So that's what I need to focus on eating right now. Otherwise, get no benefit from it. This is really a nice place here. I like this area. It's got a lot of good stuff in it. It's pretty. It's not full of swamp. It's not full of impassable mountain. I mean, yes, it's surrounded by those things, but I've got a large area to play in without having areas of impassability. So this is just a neat place to hang out right now. We're not in hyena area right here. We're not in wolf area right here. We're not really in bear area either, I don't think. So I think this is really primarily predator free where we're hanging out. So that's letting me just wander and explore thoroughly and forage heavily. Because I'm not looking out for, oh no, is something killing me around the corner. The spot just back over there where I was talking about, you know, how thick it was. Oh, look, I just saw some green. How thick it was. You know, that's not like the spot that we're in right here. We can see. You know, this is not a plains. This is not a flatlands. This is not a gravel area. But as far as, you know, dirt, grassy areas, this is pretty nice. As long as you don't fall in those caves. Like some more grain over here. And if I want to see a pillar, well, first of all, I know where I am at, so I'm not concerned right now. I know there's a pillar just over on that hill there. So at no point right now am I feeling concerned about being lost. Not lost at all. Basically just been kind of going around, not in circles, but just kind of working the same area, zigzagging around and picking up what there is for me to pick up. I love you, cornflowers. We get up high enough, which I don't think we're going to right here because of all the trees. We would be able to see a pillar. In fact, I say that we're actually, right now, we're actually slightly west of the easternmost pillar that I've put down. This is a neat area. Alright, more grain. Good. Hello, lag. That's really weird. What does my server say? My server doesn't even report anything, so that lag was just it having to generate so much in the save file because we have generated all kinds of new chunks here, and absolutely that can and will slow down a save and cause a little bit of lag. But at least we're not lagging as I'm generating all the new area of the map. Okay, so there, right, see, So we are west of that easternmost pylon, right? So we're exactly where I thought I was. And the next one is still a little bit west from here. I think this wouldn't be a bad place to put a pylon up. If there's an actual tree here, I'd love to just take the tree down, but I think this is just all going to be leaf. Yeah, there's no trunk associated, so I got to take this down each one by hand. So we're going to just build a pylon here, or a pillar. I don't know, I like pylon. But is it really a pylon? I don't know, what the heck's a pylon? There are things I had to create in StarCraft when I was playing the, oh goodness gracious, did I really just forget the race that I play the most of in StarCraft? Apparently I did. Anyways. So I think that's the southmost one I made. And, okay, yeah, there's the next one there. So what we're going to do with this one, and no, it wasn't the Zerg, and it wasn't the Terran, so... Oh, what is the name of the race that I always like to play? So we're showing that diagonally from here is where home is at. Huh. I don't know, but they're my favorite race. Isn't that funny? Well, you know, get to be my age, you start forgetting things. That's just how it is, and you either accept it or walk around constantly frustrated. And sometimes I just walk around constantly frustrated too. Alright. Okay, yeah, so we see that one. Did I point that the right direction? I didn't point it the right direction. I honestly did not point that the right direction. So this is going to be a little bit shorter because I've got to break those down. And I've got to have enough to build that out. So it's going to be just a little shorter, which is okay. Yeah, it's not supposed to go that way. We've got that right there, which means that base is, you know, that way. It's not that way. It sure as heck is not that way. It's that way. Oh well. I think I was just referring to me making plenty of mistakes, and, well, you know, I like to prove it. Or something. So in order for me to make that, okay. Oh, stop it! What stupid animation is that? I'm sorry, but that's... Oh! I was pressing shift! I promise, I was pressing shift the whole time. Could have never fallen down. Good grief. Well, you know. So let's go back to it. I make lots of mistakes. And I am intent on repeatedly proving that clearly. So now instead of pillaring up with dirt, I got the ladders out. Okay. So that's eastmost. That's the next one in the west. I am holding shift. I promise I'm holding shift. There's no way I should have fallen off last time. There's no way I should fall off this time, but I think I also mentioned something about really helpful when I press the correct keys. Which probably implies that a lot of times I press the wrong key. Maybe that's what I did here too. Doesn't matter. All works out in the end. Well, I hope so anyways. It hasn't killed us yet. Oh What is that stupid animation with the shovel? Alright, so I had 63. I have 63 back. Time to pull off the chest. Some sticks away. Put that away. Grab that. Make me a full stack. Wow, I really did take damage. And I have to take the armor off. I just can't play with my health that low. That puts me at way too high a risk of dying. And yes, I am deliberately taking this very slowly because I know for a fact a vintage story, when I just hold the mouse and say heal, 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 yeah, I miss out on some heal, heal, heal. So, I don't have any extra heals here, so thank you, Al, aka PB Killer, for teaching me how to put my armor back on in a nice, decent way. Thank you. Okay. That points the direction I intend for it to point. It points in the direction that is correct. Now I can continue going off this way, which is what I want to do. Just going to keep foraging, trying to be productive while the leather is working its way through its processing, because that is exactly why we came out here, so that we could make leather. So while we are somewhat tethered, yeah, I don't see how I can eat all of this before it rots and actually get full benefit from it. I'm a little late on trying to process benefit from the bread. It won't kill me though, but it is a bit wasteful. I never intend to have stuff rot. So we have another, well no, I don't know what that is. It just looks like formation, not a trader. I was going to say, oh, we got another trader, but no, we got a ruin. More mature stuff, maybe. Not just rye, it's not, well, yes, mature, yes. One mature. That gave me 2 seeds. How cool is that? Well, we've got all 4 grains here. That's great. Happy to have the food. This is one of the things that I was very confident before I started this, recording this, that I'm recording with this play style, was that I was very confident that the world would keep me fed. Just keep moving, and the food, the world will provide enough food to keep you alive. That's something that I thought that I had learned while playing single player, and me doing my big long travels to the south once I made a world, because of, you know, playing in the cold, not on my list of, oh, let's go do that. Don't like being in the cold. I live in the cold in real life. I don't need to live in it in my fantasy life too, fantasy world. So I want to make a world, if it's, you know, if I don't now it's easy to make a world and start off in warm areas. But it didn't used to be so, or if it did, I didn't understand how to do it. I don't care which one of those is true. That you couldn't do it, or that I just didn't know how to do it. Doesn't matter to me. The fact was that I'd make worlds and I didn't start off in warm climates like I do now. So the first thing I'd do was I would head south at least 10,000 blocks, between 10,000 and 25,000 blocks. What that taught me was that I could play like I'm playing right now, that the world would feed me, it would provide enough food for me. The other thing I came to learn was that on that 10 to 25,000 block journey south, I would also collect enough resources, gold in particular, that by the time I got to where I wanted to get to, I would have all the metal that I needed to make my 2 tools and be well into the metal age, if not only copper. But it wasn't, things went well for me. I also had tin, right? So it wasn't just copper that I'd get, but that's what that experience taught me, which made me think that this play style was possible. Not only possible, but something you could thrive doing. The fact that I added more rules to it than just the basics, like no permanent base. Now that certainly added difficulty, as well as playing in wilderness survival. All of those things have added to the difficulty of what I'm doing. I'm not playing permadeath. That's just not. To me, that doesn't work in my brain. Guess I'll put the grains in here. They do have a long life, even though they're in the trunk, and they're being rotted much more quickly because they're in the trunk. They'll be okay. I just got to have some available inventory as I play along here. It's nice to see that pillar pylon. I'm going to call it a pylon because I want to. Telling me how to get back home. What things are. So we have till July 6th before that leather is actually leather. So there's no reason to be there right now. Not my home. It's a place that's holding all of my worldly belongings for the most part. Just a temporary base. What are we going to find next out here? Isn't really the right terrain for hyenas, but you could imagine hyenas out here. Certainly foxes. I expect no wolves. I expect no hyenas. I expect no bears. I expect no moose. There could be moose out here, I suppose, but I think they like a little more forest than this. In real life, I've never seen them out in such an open area as this. So I don't expect to see the moose either. I do expect, however, to see locust in this place. And if I find that to be, moment that I find that to be true, is the moment I will head out of here. I do expect to find a translocator at the top of this. But I've been wrong before about these things. Yeah, you go up and then you come this way and ta-da, there's the translocator. And there's typically a lovely little chest here too. Let's collect the lore. So Blind Rat Richard 2 of 8. Well, here, you can read this. Pause to read. And there you have it, and that's where that goes. So for gears, I love the paintings, whatever, but not like this. There's no place for beautiful artwork in my life right now. Not in this play style, right? Well, that was cool. That was really nice to have no locusts. What else can we find? Well, we found some flint. So getting into a little bit of different terrain here. Okay, so I've got good visibility on the pylon there. So I'm still connected to where all my belongings are, theoretically. I have a tether. But we are getting far enough away from that tether that maybe we need to make another one. On top of that would be a good place. Let's see if we can get up here. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So we'll put a nice tall one here. We don't need to go crazy tall, because we started off high to begin with. Problem is, if I go that way, I'm not going to be able to see this. So maybe I don't go that way. I think that's the answer. I am holding down the shift button continuously. No way I should fall. If I fall, I won't be happy, and I don't know, I might be high enough to even die. I took a lot of damage from that last one too. Thank goodness I didn't die. Okay. Oh, go away, stupid animation of the shovel. Hey, look, I even have it pointing the correct direction. Isn't that something? Yeah, I don't want to go that way just because, you know, when I'm not tethered to something, I'll go through that nasty stuff. But while I'm tethered to a location, as I am right now due to the leather processing, no, I do not want to go over terrain like that. So we've got that as a landmark. We've got that. We've got that. So we'll keep going. So if that was east, which it is, then I guess we're going to go north, huh? Hello, bunny rabbit. what can we find out here? You see, we've got a little bit of jungle type biome that we're heading toward. As long as it doesn't get too thick, jungle's just fine with me. We have a fancy schmancy trader out here and a big thatched ruin over there. Ooh. I actually would have to bet money that that has locusts in it. I don't know that that's true. But if I were going to make a wager, my money would say absolutely there will be locusts in that ruin. And that's without really knowing what kind of ruin that is. Oh, hey, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It's one of my ingredients to make steel. That would be bauxite, by the way. Well, trader, Mr. Luxuries, Mr. Rigby. Anything to trade, Rigby? Here it is. There's the chandelier. That's a good price for a chandelier. We did find that one, and we left it back by the iron mine area. And he would buy lapis and all kinds of cool things. I could actually sell him that chest. He would give me 16 gears for that chest. Gears just aren't that important to me, but I'd really be kind of foolish to not go get that chest and bring it to him. He's going to be good for 2 days. And that bauxite is super interesting to me because all I need is bauxite and quartz, and I can make the furnace to turn iron into steel with. We're going to come back to this ruin here that had that owl chest in it that this guy's offering to pay me 16 gears for. Why wouldn't I take full advantage of that? The reason I wouldn't do it is because I really don't care. But hey, 16 gears? That's worth putting a little effort out for. So I'll do it. So we've had one full day pass since we left Leatherwork temporary base. Okay. For those of you who are keeping track. There it is broken, and we will preserve the painting by placing it. Ha ha ha. We'll get 16 rusty gears, unless I misread. And if I did, it doesn't matter, because, you know, whatever. But I don't think I did. Oh, why is this not closing? Sometimes the ruined stuff. A little ornery. Well, we might get it consumed before it rots. Well, before it actually starts to rot, because we only have 2 more pieces, so it'd be nice to take full advantage of the nutrition from my rice bread. The good news is we're bringing back more grain to make more bread with. So yay, team. It's been a fantastic area we've been foraging in. There's the trader we're heading back to. See, not a lot of effort. 16 gears is a lot from the trader, by the way. They are not generous. They're not generous at all, and they're very greedy too, so generous is not their name, ever. So if I read that correctly, and if this guy really does give me 16 gears, I will be... What do I got, the wrong one? Treasure chest. Oh, I have the wrong one. Not the end of the world. But he is offering 16 gears, and he will buy one of them. Alright, well that's okay. That's alright. We'll not waste this. We'll place that there, and if we wanted to temporarily put things there, we could. But it's not like it costs us the whole thing. And I did realize there are, as far as I know, there are 3 versions of this chest. And one of them has golden eyes, which would be the one that he's looking for. There's this one, and there's one that has only one blue eye, so... There you have it. So for this guy, that was the wrong one. It's alright. I hope this is mature rice. It's what? It wasn't. Wow. That's really cool. Are you mature rice? No, you're almost, but there is no way that I am going to assume there are no locusts in there. In fact, if I look closely enough, I might actually see a locust nest from outside, but so far I'm not seeing one. I refuse to assume that there's no locusts in here. All that stuff hanging down, I'm not sure what that is right there. But it sure reminds me of locust nests, but it's not. Ah, jeez. Okay, that looks like a big hole going down. So he's got a ladder going there. Door, he's got some firewood. Of course I can't come in because of this refuse here. Ruined chandelier, that's always a shame. Not seeing any locusts, huh? Gravestone, does that mean that below this there's a chest? Look at that. In a normal playthrough, some of this stuff would be interesting. I especially like that walnut seed, but the almach table, that would be something I'd take and decorate my home with. I really don't have any thoughts about changing my clothing, so for me that's useless. What do we got? We got some ruined tools here, a ruined stiletto and a battle axe. And of course I would be taking the lantern, and the fact that there's a quern here is really cool too. So we saw stairs, ladder, going over here, but oh, look at that. It will let us go somewhere. That's cool. Ruined lantern. Locusts in here. So you think that you couldn't get through that chain? I don't know why you can get through the chain. I don't understand that. So we got this wrapped blade. Another trunk. This is what I'm always after, even though I'm not big about spending them. Traveler Part 3. Alright, well let's open that up so you can read it. Alright, so it's a play apparently. You may pause to read for your own enjoyment. Unfortunately, you're watching a guy that doesn't actually care too much about this stuff. I used to read them all. And of course, there's more lore now than there ever was. But I don't read them all now. Alright, so how do we get up here? Another ruined ladder. I mean, I know how I can get up there. But is there something built in that lets me get up there? I'm going to toss that, but of course I'm going to pick it up again, even though I don't want to later. So how do I get up here? Well, just like that. Anything here? Another torch holder, which is awesome. Get rid of that garbage. And get back on our ladder. Wow, how cool would that be early game? Of course, this is cool right now because that turns into a piece of linen. And let's just take a look. 66, 66, 66, 70, 60. That's the armor. I don't know, this might be worth repairing, I suppose. I mean, it is worth repairing. Let me restate that. That is worth repairing. And crushed quartz. If I'm going to make steel, I'm going to need some of that. But I don't need it right now. No, come on. Come on. All right, let's get rid of this pile of crap right here. It's making it more difficult for me to navigate. Can I put ladder on this? I think so. How about up there? Okay. So I'm only doing this because I know I can get all my ladders back, right? So did we ever get to where we can see what this stuff is? Ruined coat. How clever of the Better Ruins people to use such material. How freaking cool is that? You guys rock, man. You Better Ruins people. Yes, some of them are my friends. I think what they do is just simply fantastic. I have 63 ladders now, which is exactly what I started with. Wow, I'd have lost my bet. There's no locust there. But what's really cool, if again, a normal world, I'd be grabbing this aged stuff up so fast and taking it to build with. Because, you know. So here's another one of the owl chests. See, this is the one-eyed guy. Wow, that's beautiful. And I'd be collecting all that stuff too. Because I'd be building something, you know. But since I have no permanent base, what do I care? Oh. Fantastic. And here's the aged guy again. Look at this, providing me slate roof. Oh, bandages. Yes, I'll take those. Thank you. That was cool of you. It's really cool of you. Okay, so I would be taking this trunk too. But as is, I'm just looking. Guess what I'm going to do with you? Turn you into a piece of linen. And I am going to go ahead and repair this. It will repair more than the 100 apparently. I don't know how much it will repair. Okay, I don't. I'm not an expert on that. But I'd be taking that chest home too, by the way. Yeah, there's a lot. So I'm not a junk guy, but there is some cool, even to me, some cool junk here. And I'm definitely not a junk person. I personally feel like junk is exactly properly named. It's junk. That's just parchment, right? Yeah, paper. Okay. So I don't get excited about the stuff. Lots of people do, and I say, God bless you. Hope you enjoy your junk. That is the perfect bed in the game, because that gives you the longest sleep time of any bed in the game. Should I collect the glass here? Add it to that temporary base shelter. Oh, look at that, another chandelier. I assume this is not going to give us any lore, but I'm going to try. It did not. I'm going to place it down. And I could wear this mask. No, well, I'm not going to. Oh, lots of rot. Huh. So that lead glass pane may not make it home with us, since there's only one of them. So here already, I can't see any of my pylons. I think on the top of that hill right there would be an exit place to go put a pylon. I mean, because I'm playing right now, I remember that ruin, you know, is the right direction. I remember that going south is the right direction. But when I come back and play the next time, I'm not going to remember any of those things, by the way. I am very interested in the bauxite, however, because I would love nothing more than to get to steel. I think that would be so cool, but it is a monumental thing to do. Oh, look at that, berries. Okay. Don't really need the berries right now. But I do need to remember to eat that. Alright. Will I eat that before 4 hours is up? Or not? Look at us just getting right up this big old hill here. No dirt digging. That's always my goal, by the way. I like to get up these things without having to dig. I don't mind, you know, I'm getting ready to brush. Yep, sure am doing that. And I do want to get rid of all this. It'd be nice if this was a tree and I could just chop the tree down, but it's gonna be onesie. And why am I getting rid of this? Well, of course I'm getting rid of it for visibility of the pylon that I'm gonna put up here. stuff here. Oh, look, we got a seed too. Yep, we're getting rid of all of it. There's actually a pretty big place up here, which means to be seen, it kind of has to go a little bit higher because it's kind of self-blocking, if that makes any sense to anybody. If it's right on the edge, you can see it from farther away, but the farther it goes this way, it has to be taller and taller to even be seen. That's because of your point of view and the angle and all of those things, a little trigonometry. We're not going to get into any of that. But, oh, look at that. Bauxite. I really am excited about the bauxite. I really would like to do steel. Look at that, we ate it. We did it. We got the bread in our belly before rotted. Looks like I'm going to need some more dirt here, so we'll just take it from here. And we're not going to remove enough dirt to make any difference because I'm not going to be doing this going down the side of this thing. This pillar's got to be high enough. 46 is not, I want more than 46 blocks to do this one. Not trying to reach world height here or anything, but if you're going to make these things, make them tall enough to be effective, right? I mean, oh, I couldn't get 6 more pieces of dirt to make it tall enough to be visible. Like heck you couldn't. You've got flint and a stick. You can get all the dirt you want. That's just LoneWolf's concept. And there's no reason for me to take stuff down around that because that's where I'm going to put the thing. I'm gathering far more dirt than I need, by the way. Yes, I am. And it'll go into my trunk on my back. And every time I need to make more packed dirt, I'll have the dirt, and this is a nice place to collect it from. Lowering this thing by 1 block, but not where the pylon is. It's probably not going to make it more visible. But that wasn't the point. The point was I needed more dirt. Okay. I see how it is. And if I collect too much dirt and I need room in my trunk, guess what I'll do with the dirt? I'll throw it away. Now what will I have lost? A little bit of time and some durability on my iron shovel. In other words, nothing. keep talking while I'm taking dirt blocks. Sorry to disappoint you. Not on the list of things that Wolf is going to do. It's mind numbing and my mind goes numb and I stop talking. Sorry. Oh, that's right, it's positional. I swear it didn't used to be positional. It's okay that it's positional. I just don't think it used to be, but that's okay. Alright, you just get out of there. Okay. There is actually no reason why in this world that I created that I have to use packed dirt, because I did not make dirt obey gravity. So I could be using any dirt I want. So why am I using packed dirt? Doesn't grow grass, that's one reason. I think it's not a bad looking dirt as dirt goes. I guess I just prefer it. It's all GG Beyond's fault. He introduced me to the concept of packed dirt, so it's all his fault. Alright, home is this way. Yes, I'm holding the shift key. Minecraft taught me a few things, did it not? Yes, it did. I really enjoyed playing Minecraft. Until it kept crashing my worlds continuously. I'd get 300 plus hours on a world and then the world would get corrupted. That's not how you endear me to your game. I actually did stop playing because of that. It's just too discouraging. What did I do wrong here? I don't know, but I did something wrong. Don't need that in there, don't need that in there. Okay. So it is July 3rd. And we're looking for July 6th. And we're looking for somewhere after 12, so looks like we have 2.5 more days to go till the leather that is closest to being processed will be done processing. That will be an exciting day for me. Very much a leather kind of guy. And I've said it a million times, I'll say it more. This is better armor. Lone Wolf doesn't care. Lone Wolf has to take it off to heal. It causes me to eat more. But look at that, 49%. So 51% loss of healing. Reduces my walking speed by 25%. Leather, 0 negative effects. 0 negative effects from leather. It does not protect me as well as the jammies do. It is true, it is true, it is true. But guess what I will wear anytime it is appropriate for me to, anytime I feel like I can get away with wearing it, it's going to be the leather. Now it's going to be every time. Okay. It's fantastic. That is really high up there too. So, canvas and armor, better. Better, better. Don't heal with it on. You just throw your damn bandages away. Take half of them and just throw them away. Walk speed, I'm slower. Well, okay, that's not why I want to wear leather. The hunger rate, yeah, I have to eat more. Don't prefer that, but I actually do like playing as blackguard, which of course affects my hunger rate even more than this. But that's in a world where I'm growing food and etc., where it just doesn't matter. I have more food than I could ever eat. That is not the case here. Food is an ongoing, constant battle for me in this play, in this world. So, having to produce an extra 10%, or 9 to be precise, you know, that's not the end of the world, but I don't wanna. I absolutely will. What did I get stuck on there? Whatever. It'll be leather. Oh, those are fences. Okay. It'll be leather. It'll be leather. Oh yes, bauxite. I almost forgot the bauxite. Will be leather, leather, leather. I have survived. There was one mountain I went up. It wasn't all at once, okay? So first of all, let's make that perfectly clear. It wasn't all at once. But in very short distances from one another, I took out 21 wolves. Yes, 21 wolves, while wearing my leather armor, not repairing it at all in between. My leather armor held up. Sometimes I would have 2 or 3 wolves on me at the same time. Yes, I took damage. But I was able to take out all 21 of those wolves without repairing my leather armor. Leather armor is good enough. Good. Okay. I go deep caving. Guess what I put on if I have a choice? Well, it's not leather. I'll put chain something on or whatever. Absolutely, I will do that. I would love to get 4 horsetails. And I would love to find some reeds to make some bandages with. I wonder if I can find some reeds around here. Looks like water over here. Well, so I do expect wolves to show up here, by the way. Oh, I forgot about the stupid pigs. Yes, Tyron, you made pigs aggressive. Yes, I'm going to have to kill this stupid pig now. Well, it's wrong pig probably, but so what? I hate that I have to fight the pigs. If it was a wild boar in the real world, I can see me having to fight it. He's made it so that if there's a piglet around, they're all coming after you. Well, congratulations. Alright. I don't have to kill the pig, by the way, to make me happy. Did I lose one? Did I lose a spear? I might have broke a spear. Oh, get off the spear. Yes, we're going to take the grains, of course. So now I'm back to playing the game. Oh. Are you going to be all aggressive at me? I do see the reeds that I was looking for, though. Just wanted to make some bandages, thank you. I've never committed to my memory what the ratio of horsetail and reeds are to a bandage. So what if I have 1? Okay, I have to have 2. How many horsetail will that consume? It consumes all 4. Okay. 4 horsetail and 2 reeds equals 4 bandages. There you go. That's the ratio. Now I'm done with the reeds. I'm done with the horsetail. Let's get back to the business of bauxite. No, that is bauxite. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and take them 1s and 2s. I don't plan on that anyways. I want to get to where I can... Ah, there's my missing spear. Thank you. Alright, so I want to get to where I can... Oh my goodness. Grab lots of bauxite without fighting with taking lots of other things that I'm not interested in. I prefer to get, more than just 1 or 2 bauxite at a time. And how much bauxite do you need, Wolf? Well, if you're going to make a cementation furnace... What was I saying about wolves? You're going to make a cementation furnace. If you do it the way that the handbook tells you to do it, it takes more than 1 full stack of refractory bricks to build refractory or cementation furnace. Okay, you have to build, in order for me to do anything with this, with the steel furnace in mind, I need to make a pulverizer to turn these into the right material to be used in making the cementation furnace. So I need more than 64 bauxite. And you also need to have replacement refractory bricks too, because they break as you use them. As you cook your steel, you will be consuming a certain amount of your refractory bricks. There are 3 levels of refractory bricks you can make. Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3. The lower the tier, the less durable the refractory bricks are. That means you replace them more often. Okay? That's what that means. Yeah, I hear you, Wolf. What do you want me to do about it? I'm not interested in you. Okay, so the lower the tier, more of them will break. Okay, so you have a higher consumption rate with the lower tier bricks. On the other hand, to make the higher tier bricks, you need better materials that are harder to find. Not to get to Tier 2. Tier 2 shouldn't be difficult to get to. But it does mean that you need to find olivine. Olivine is the ingredient to get to Tier 2 from Tier 1. Tier 2 is far better than Tier 1. Finding olivine, if you can find peridotite, you've got a good chance to find olivine. Olivine should not be the reason. Olivine, you shouldn't be making refractory brick Tier 1s. Almost ever. I mean, you can get olivine. I hope you can figure out how to find olivine. Find peridotite. Shouldn't be that hard to get to olivine. That fox, wolf down below me now? Do I hear him growling at me? I don't know. Anyways. The percentages change. And obviously, if you have your choice, you're going to make Tier 3 refractory bricks, aren't you? But in order to do that, now things have gotten a lot more complicated. Now you have to find titanium, otherwise known as ilmenite. And to that I say, good luck. Not easy to find. This is all the ladders I have put out, right? Yeah. Okay. 3 stacks. Did I go for 4? I don't know. I'm the kind of guy that I'm going to go more than I need. It's just, I'm always going to be that way. That's just how my mentality works. More than you need, not less. Always more than you need, not less. And 4 stacks of bauxite is not excessive. Believe me, it's not excessive. And you can see how quickly I'm getting it. The only thing difficult about getting bauxite is, oh gosh, finding it. Just like anything else. Well, is the wolf above me? I'm kind of getting the impression that the wolf is above me. Alright, I will stop at 4 stacks. I actually believe that the wolf is above my head. I guess I could have stopped earlier, huh? I think that the wolf is above me. That's interesting. Not real interesting, but it's interesting. So all I need for tier 1, besides having a pulverizer, and hopefully if you're lucky you also have a windmill for automating that pulverizer. I don't know if I have ever fed a pulverizer by hand. I probably have, and I guarantee that if I have done that, I never want to do it again. That's the kind of thing that you want a windmill to help you with. You do not want to do it by hand. Windmill adds so much what you have to do. And then the idea of doing it with no permanent base? Yikes. Okay. I need to do some eating. Because I'm getting very hungry. Right now I don't have any grain out. But I've got all this protein that I have to eat quickly or it's just going to turn to rot. So, wow. Okay, so I found the thing that's much harder to find than the other ingredient, which is the quartz. Quartz should be easy peasy, lemon squeezy, easy to find. Pulverizer is not hard to make. And honestly, a windmill's not hard to make. To make a good windmill versus making a windmill, those are not the same things. I watched Gigi Beyond in his current playthrough go and put up a windmill like 5 blocks high and put some sails on it. And you know what it did for him? It worked. Didn't work well. It worked. So there's no question I want steel. There's never been any question that I would like steel. Wow. We've got lots of berries, but they're going to be dead in 9 hours, so we're not going to combine these. These are going to be dead in 16 hours. These are going to be dead in 9. Which one would I rather throw away? Well, I'd rather throw away the berries, of course, but whatever. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Getting bauxite. Wow. Getting bauxite. June 4th, June 6th is when my leather will be ready. Thing about the windmill is, well, you better have lots of flax because you got to make lots of linen to make sails. Oh my goodness. But I have to have fat. I've been collecting fat. I have to have resin. I haven't collected one piece of resin. I can get resin. I can get fat. As long as there's animals out there, I can kill them and I can get fat. I'll just take you back to the temporary base because I found bauxite, people. Now, we've been in peridotite areas, if I recall correctly. I wouldn't guarantee that. I wouldn't bet any money that what I just said is correct, but I think we've been in peridotite areas before. We can find peridotite. And if we find peridotite, we ought to be able to find olivine. Now here I am talking about whether I even can make steel. And what's the first thing that I start worrying about? Well, can I make tier 2 instead of tier 1? And should that actually matter to me right now? Probably not, actually. But it does. So will I try to make a cementation furnace at this current temporary base? This current temporary base was intended for one thing only, and that was to make leather. I do have enough leather to start a second batch of leather, not a second full batch like what I just made, but I've got quite a few hides that I could make quite a bit of leather with still, and I can collect more hides. There's hides right there. Okay, so it's not that the hides are difficult to get. Do I want to move on somewhere and put up the windmill? The only thing that I specifically need the windmill for is to run the pulverizer. And as I said, I don't know if I've even tried. I don't know how you run a pulverizer by hand, actually. Because it has to rotate. It's not like a quern where I just click on it and rotates. So it has to have a couple of things going on at the same time. It has to have rotation, and you have to be feeding it. I don't think I can do both of those things at the same time. I think that it will, in fact, absolutely 100% require automation. Never tried to do it without automation. I've never considered doing it without automation. I don't know what it will and won't do, automation-wise. These are all questions that I'll have to come up with answers for. We'll pick up your turnip, Wolf. So my initial feelings are that I do not try to make steel at this current temporary place that I'm at. Don't do it. Now, whether I process more leather or not before I move out of there, yeah, that's a whole different question. Honestly, I'm ready to move on. And I guess, honestly, there's not that much of an investment in setting up to make leather. The only challenge with making leather was finding lime. That's all. Everything else was easy. I can get all the wood I want. I've got a saw. I can make the lumber. I can get sticks. I can put together barrels. No big deal. No huge resource cost there. I do not want to make any place that I stop temporarily even begin to hint at feeling like permanent. And I felt I kind of pushed that a little bit back at the iron mine. Though that's not what I was trying to do, but I feel like, yeah, I kind of took that as far as maybe my own self-imposed boundaries, I don't know, that I put on that. I mean, if you stay in a place long enough, no, I don't want to stay in a place too long. And I'm thinking that if I stay in this location and get set up to do steel, I'm kind of going against my, yeah, temporary base is fine, but no permanent. No, it's not a permanent base, but I think I'd like to move on. And I'm the only one that's going to judge who actually has a vote and whether my ideas are okay or not. But I mean, the viewer's going to vote with watching the videos or not. So obviously the viewers get to have a vote, but as far as what I actually do, that's up to me, right? All right, let's go get the grain. We see grain down here, so now we're going to go down and get grain. So I don't want to do steel at this particular trader that we're at right now. I'm ready to move on. I came here at this temporary place to make leather. I did it. I was at the other place to process iron. I did that. I gathered every nugget of iron that I actually saw and processed all of those. Processed a lot of iron. And then I went and grabbed a mod to change the stack sizes so that I could actually carry all the iron that I processed. So I've kind of pushed the little boundaries, And in my opinion, I'm not referring to what anybody else thinks. This is just me talking about me, about how I feel, what I have and haven't done. On the other hand, obviously, if I didn't feel okay about increasing the stack size of ingots, I wouldn't have done it. But yeah, I did push myself. I wasn't just automatically, oh yeah, let's go do that. And I had made a mistake. I honestly did make a mistake. I did think that they were going to stack to 64, but I knew better than that too. But my brain, I mean, in all honesty, all kidding aside, I do have some challenges, and so I don't remember things that I should. I forget more things than I learn. And not an excuse and not whining about it, but it is a fact. So anyways, I should have, I of course know that they only stack to 16. Of course I do. But at the time, I didn't remember that. And had they stacked to 64, then, I would have been content if they stacked to 64. But since I was going to alter the stack size, I decided just to alter the stack size so that they'd all just fit in one stack. And you can feel about that however you want to feel about that. And I have to feel about it however I feel about it. So, yep, I did that. I made that choice. And I'm living with it, I'm sticking with it, and I'm going to be okay with it. But I do have my limits as to what I do. I mean, you don't see me jumping in and out of creative mode in this, and that's not, to me, that would, if the game screws up, I will jump into creative mode in a heartbeat. I will make my mistakes, and I will take the lumps for the things that I do wrong. But when the game screws me, no, if there's a way for me to correct it, believe me, I will do that and not think twice about it. Because I want to play the game, not against the game. And I don't know if I've explained that. I don't know if that actually makes sense to anybody but me, but it makes sense to me, and that's how I will conduct myself according to the way I feel about that. So it's not that I won't go into creative. In my other series that I have, close to 270 episodes of it, I have gone into creative twice in that. Well, there was a bug in 19.5 that I didn't know about, but apparently people did. I just wasn't one of them. There was a problem with the hammering, and when I was making my iron anvil, I didn't know that, and the thing just kept screwing up. And so once I realized that that was a known bug, and I had tried it 3 times, that was enough. I went into creative mode, threw away the iron that I had been making the anvil from, and gave myself an iron anvil. Done and done. To me, that, that when you're playing against a bug, you're playing against the game, which is what I'm trying to say I won't do. I don't accept that. I will take advantage of the tools that the game provides. I mean, the game includes creative mode, doesn't it? Okay. So no, that's not a normal thing I'm doing, but if the game screws up, yep, I'll be happy to go into creative mode and correct things. And then the other time I did it was when somehow I had calves disappear on me. And I don't remember how many disappeared, but I replaced, 2, 3, however many it was, because I didn't do anything to make them go. Sorry, I got to stop it. Ah, the smell of that soil. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, if the game breaks something, I have no problem going and correcting it. But just as a matter of course, no. On that other world, I did issue a command instead of... I issued a command twice to connect 2 translocators together. And some people will think that was cheating. I did not go into creative to do that, but the honest answer is that you have to be a player that has access, even though you don't go into creative mode. You have to have, like admin sort of permissions, which if you're playing single player, you do have access to admin stuff. So I issued my commands and I connected my translocators together. So there you go. Anyways, we're getting to the end of this episode, and I do want to thank you for watching. And yep, I love this game. I love playing it. Even if I get frustrated, I'm still having fun playing the game. And I think I've done pretty good not getting frustrated recently, but nevertheless, sometimes I do. And it doesn't mean that I don't enjoy playing the game, because I love this game. If I didn't, I wouldn't be playing it. And I sure as heck wouldn't be recording it. And I certainly wouldn't be posting it and putting my name alongside of it. So I'm having fun, and if you like what I'm doing, I would ask that you just consider subscribing to my channel. No kind of requirements, no pressure, just, something to maybe consider doing. And believe me, it doesn't go without being appreciated. And all of those who've already done it, believe me, I don't take it for granted that you've done that. I thank you sincerely, and very humbled by the fact that you would subscribe to my channel, so thank you. If you like a video, click on that like button and let YouTube know that you liked it. That will encourage them to promote my videos, and then more people will maybe learn about Vintage Story, whatever the case. And if you decide you don't like a video and you want to click on the dislike, obviously feel free to do that too. But I do ask, I just make a small request. If you do that, please consider leaving me a message on the video. Let me know what it was you did not like, so I have a chance to correct things. If I don't know what you didn't like, how can I change it? The answer is I can't, not unless it's just pure dumb luck. So, that's up to you. But please do, if you have anything to share, comment, question, something you like, something you didn't like, whatever, I would love to hear from you. I honestly, truly would. And I don't hear from many people, and that's okay. It's not a requirement. I am truly honored and flattered that you would even take the time to watch these videos I'm making. I'm doing this for me because I have fun playing the game. If I ever get to the point where YouTube might give me money to buy dinner with, that'd be fantastic. But money's not why I'm here. Money's not why I'm doing this. But yeah, of course, I'd love to have them buy me dinner, wouldn't I? Yeah, of course. But that's not the point. So this has 2.5 more days to go, which we said July 6th. Why does it have half days still too? So that actually makes it July 7th. Okay, so July 7th is when this stuff will be done, not mid-July 6th. All right, cool. Anyways, we're going to end this episode here. And if I can do anything, get that off my chest, I'm going to put away some inventory. And then we'll see you on the next one. And come watch the next one with me, won't you? Thank you so much. Goodbye.